Hello everyone. Today's the 29th. I stepped out here. It's a little late because it's cooler out here to check on the old greenhouse. So I'm going to take a look at the greenhouse and check the hydroponic system as well with the tomatoes and the cucumbers in it. And so let's get started. Alright, over here, what I have noticed, this is late day sun, and in the box, which is perfect for shade, so that they're not cooking all day like they would have been if this was shorter, there's shade here. So, not a big hurry for a shade cloth here. And now I'm looking in on our beautiful lettuce that needs to be harvested. Beautiful. This hole in the box wasn't as big as a dill, but I do have some leftover netting and my hot glue gun. I just got to come out here and do it when I get some time and do all four of the corners here. We'll check in on this. Is a tomato. It's doing really well. This is a tomato. This is the second tomato. This was the first tomato. That's one and that's two. But they're both the same variety. One just did better than the other. This is more cabbage. But you see how this was laying down the bottom the whole time? You guys been watching the video, and now it's like kind of starting to stand up, and it's got an extra flower coming out. This guy looks like it's drowning, but it's absolutely happy because it's let's see, its roots are down there. They got good nutrient and it didn't die, even though it didn't have anything. What's this? I forget that. Okay, this is butter crunch lettuce. It's got its nutrients. Everything's in the nutrient in here. Let me see. Oh, we lost the eggplant. Because the problem is I didn't put a thick enough piece of rock wool in to account for it expanding and contracting with the heat for the plastic. So I've lost some stuff, but it's repotting time for the most part. Right now I'm just cleaning up. I lost all the spinach. Spinach is gone. So what I'll do is I'll take all of these and repot them, the ones that didn't work out, and I'll just sit them over here in the corner for the meantime. Yeah, the cabbage, that cucumber didn't do anything. That's sad. Well, let me take a look. Nope, it didn't do anything in there. Not even a root sprouting or anything. So we're gonna call these this death corner here. Let's get all of this over there. These are things I'm just going to reuse because they already, the cups have the name on them of what it's supposed to be. This was an onion. We're just going to recycle all this nutrient. And for now, we will set these guys back here and allow them to flourish. I'm thinking maybe the broccoli, this is broccoli. And I'm thinking maybe I'll stick this in a hydroponic system. These, because there's about 5 broccoli in here. So I'm thinking I'm gonna stick them in there. This butter crunch lettuce is doing beautifully. And there's actually 2 separate ones here I didn't notice. So one is doing slightly better than the other. Let's check the bottom. There's plenty of nutrients in all of the containers down there. Let's check the lettuce because this is Yeah, the lettuce needs to be topped off. It drinks quite a bit. So I'll top the lettuce off. But for the most part, let's take a look at some of these guys. Alright. I don't know if you guys can see it, but down in there are the roots. And this is a big strong tomato that's growing in here. And let's see. Even the little guy. I don't know if you guys can see that. I can't see it on the camera because it's too bright. But I'm hoping you guys can see that root in there. Basically, alright, this root is not down in the water apparently, but it is still getting nutrient, and I'm going to push this guy down so that water comes up to the rock well. The rock will to kind of encourage it down into the rest of the water here. But I have so many tomatoes, and come to find out these are the wrong tomatoes that I'm supposed to be growing. These I'm supposed to be growing like cherry tomatoes or something like that. I'm looking at a high alkali diet I'm trying to transition to. I'm just tired of a lot of things. Everything we eat is poisoning us. Oh lordy, we're getting ready to go looking on the cabbage. The cabbage was out in the sun and it doesn't look happy at all right now. I did bring a shade cloth out, and so I can put that up for tomorrow or something. But there's good stuff living down in here. Okay, the leaves are wilted, but they're not dying. It's like they were trying to protect themselves from the sun. So to alleviate that, I'm gonna put up a shade cloth now, and we'll check in on them tomorrow. They're not dry on the top. They obviously don't need any water. They need shade, but I'm gonna put water in here anyway in case it's another scorcher. They will be okay. I got little creepy doodads in here and whatnot, which is a-okay with me. I just want to make sure that the root system is going to be nice and moist so I can eat it up. And I'm essentially treating this like rock wool. It does not come out of the bottom. All the critters will come to the top, but then as it seeps through, they will go down to back down in there. But I want to give them enough so that I don't have to worry about them for a little bit. And essentially, it's just going to drink what's in there, just like as it was in rock wool. The science is sound. So I'm not worried too much on that point. Come on, little ant. Go back to the garden. Oh, he's mad. He's running right for me. This is the upgrading of the hydroponic system, so I can transplant some of those other plants out. I'm going to get to that sometime this week. Now would probably be a good time because it's actually really nice out here, but I'm going to go ahead and put that shade cloth up. So give me a moment. So I finished putting up the shade cloth. You can see it, barely see it, in front of the net cloth. And this is 3 layers of netting here. And now I have that. I just kept it simple. I just did kiss on this. Like they say, keep it simple, stupid. I stapled it across the top. If I need to lift it up, like the front door was intention to be, if I need to lift it up, I can lift it up, but right now it just keeps the sun from getting too heavy in here, and they still be able to get regular lighting. And if the wind blows, I'm thinking about maybe tacking. See how this is fluttering from the wind? I'm thinking about just maybe I'll put a rope and a nail across here or something, so I can hook it on to make sure it doesn't blow off. I still got to get around and collect all the vegetation that I'm going to throw in my recycle bucket. When I find out the names, I'll post it. But for now, it looks pretty good. Inside is nice and shady. You can see the sun is still shining on here, but it's nice and shady in here. So, and it's great because that's the only shot I need to do, because the top is going to be shaded by all of this weed that turned into a tree. There's a bunch of weeds behind there that, as you can see, the silhouettes that turned into this tree that I must keep pruning. So this tree is actually in my yard. I didn't know I had a tree in my yard. I've lived here 12 years. Yeah, that's me. That's this guy. Haven't been out here for a long time. So we'll go ahead and knock some of that debris off. I guess I could come out and tighten this up and staple it so that it lays further across. But these work great every night they come on, even when the wind blows on the trees, it detects that motion. Oh, look at that big mosquito trying to get in. Oh no, not today, buddy. Not today, Bob. So I'm gonna hang out in here and let him go away. But yeah, this is nice. The only bugs that get in here are the ones I basically let in. There's ants that were coming up through this crack, so I'm sure they're still living around here. I can't get rid of them. But as far as this bucket goes, I watered that and it fell on the dirt. Hopefully that doesn't cause an issue. And then banana peels peek out a little bit, but it should be fine. It'll be fine. So I'm gonna let these guys get their sea legs. Everything else in the greenhouse over there should be fine, because it is also going to benefit from this net cloth, this shade cloth. It's going to benefit definitely. Oh my word, I was in here and I didn't look at the hydroponic system, and those guys look pissed. They're all curled up trying to grow around the bucket for light. I am so sorry. So sorry. So I'm so sorry. Let's see if I can coast them out of that debacle they were in. And let's take, there's still some rainwater. Ooh, there are mosquitoes in here. You see those? Or those are, they look like mosquitoes to me. I would say they were the queen ants, but those are mosquitoes. And then there's some more down there too. So you gotta be careful with this water system. This is BS. Alright. Everything seems to be looking good. Even the kebab, the cucumber that wasn't looking too hot is doing pretty good. All of these look to be doing better, but I think since we have the shade cloth up, yeah, that can't be a mosquito, because see, it's not alive right here. He's not even trying to fly away or bite anything. So maybe it's just some kind of fly or an ant, because I don't see like the long mouth on them. But whatever it is, they were in here already, and they grew wings and are now flying. But there's not a whole bunch of them in here. That's the only bit I've seen. And like I said, you know what? I want to turn these towards the sun a little more since they're going to be behind the shade cloth for the most part. Get that standing water out of there. Just in case. See if those guys do any better. I gave everything water. These jugs I'm just going to take and check as always. As was recommended not to use these to grow my vegetables in, so I won't use them. The straws I bought out so that I'll put them in there for a minute until I need them. But I bought out so I can stick them down in the soil if it was dry on top to see how much of it was wet down the bottom. So that was what the straws were for. But other than that, everything's looking pretty good. I'm gonna hobble on out here. I gotta finish fit. It's not done. It's not done. I still gotta put a door handle in here and some other fixings to make it done. I'm gonna take a brief look in here, see what kind of light it's gonna get with that shade cloth. As long as it gets light, I'm happy with that. I do want to move these back, and I think I'm going to try to take one of each of these pods and put them into one of these and let them grow by themselves. So we'll see how that works with some of these empty ones, because it already has rock wool in it, so I essentially just have to untwist the bottom and let it grow. So we'll see how that experiment goes, and soon I'm going to be starting. I was supposed to do this week I'm starting a new crop, so we'll also see how that goes. But for the meantime, I'm just going to get all of this straightened up for now. I'm pretty much done out here, and well, I guess you guys have a wonderful night. Thanks for stopping by as always.